What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games. In today's video, we have another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC leak and rumor update to share with you all today. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about some of the characters coming to the DLC, like Purin. We're also going to be talking about all the new Pokemon that are confirmed and some that are rumored to be coming to the DLC. And of course, guys, like this type of content, enjoy my videos. Please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. Consider supporting the channel by hitting that join channel member button below. Now let's begin and talk about the brand new character Purin, which is featured in the first DLC, the Teal Mask. Riddler-Ku tweets this out. What's she chasing after? Mask or moon? And this mask is definitely Ogerpon is the reference here. He has used a mask emote before to reference Ogerpon. So is it Ogerpon or is it the moon? And I'm actually thinking it's not Ogerpon. I think that's going to be our personal main story. I don't think her story is going to really coincide with the main story, especially because we got that like Pokemon Snap-esque minigame in Teal Mask that she's part of. I do think this is going to be part of a side quest within this DLC story. Now, what could the moon refer to? Well, Riddler-Ku has talked about a blood moon before in past riddles, and this was from July 15th. Talks about a blood moon. Then he also says Umbreon, Mightyena, Weavile, and Lycanroc. Now, one of these Pokemon could be referred to in this tweet here. What is she chasing after? And this is supposedly going to be some sort of Pokemon from this list here that gets a brand new cross-gen evolution or something like that. Now, apparently Mightyena is not the option, so it's down to these other three Pokemon. But Central Leaks has a thought on this, which I thought was really interesting. Purin is Adamant's descender in the Teal Mask. Adamant is from the Pokemon Legends Arceus, so Purin is his descendant. She's exploring in an area called the Timeless Woods in Kitakami with the objective to catch a mysterious Pokemon. Based on the leaked hints, current rumors point to a new Ursaluna form. This is the mysterious Pokemon Purin is looking for. Also, maybe this place will allow to evolve other Hisuian Pokemon. Makes sense given all the other connections. So I really like this theory in general. I'm a big fan of one. It's a Japanese area. The Hisuian Pokemon are obviously Japanese themed, and we haven't had the Hisuian Pokemon properly caught in Gen 9 at this moment. And it was in PLA, which is like, you know, it is still mainline Pokemon game, but it's not like, you know, your traditional Pokemon game at the end of the day. So I do think that DLC, the big thing is going to be catching the Hisuian Pokemon, and I do think it's going to be in the Timeless Woods. Now, a new form of Ursaluna would be really interesting. Now, I don't necessarily think it's going to be a new form of Ursaluna, but we know Ursaluna, the evolution for Ursaring to Ursaluna is moon-based. Now, maybe they will make it moon-based still. We don't know how it's going to work the evolution here, or for any of the Hisuian Pokemon in this game for the DLC. But I don't know if Ursaluna would be getting a new form, or Ursaring will evolve into a different type of Ursaluna based on a blood moon instead of like whatever the regular moon was for Ursaluna. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Sort of interesting though, Ursaluna shiny is red. So, I mean, there is like a blood moon connection. Maybe they're like a slight one, but I don't know. Could it be Ursaluna? I don't know. I don't think so, but I wouldn't mind. I love Ursaluna, one of my favorite Pokemon of all time for sure. So definitely a big fan of that, but I just don't see how this coincides with the options here. I mean, he said which or none of them, to be fair. So it could be none of these options at all, and it could be Ursaluna. I mean, that is the key word here in this tweet is none. Let me know in the comment section below. Which one of these Pokemon do you think is going to get the new cross-gen evolution? Or do you think it's going to be an Ursaluna getting a new form? Or Ursaring is going to be getting a new evolution that's not Ursaluna, but like a different variant of Ursaluna? We'll just have to wait and see to find out on that soon. Now, Riddler-Ku also tweets this out. Guess his type. So that's a hammer for steel, a dragon for dragon, an electric for an electric type, and then like a frowny, sad face, probably for dark type. And this is Drayton. We are assuming that this is the son of the dude from Gen 5, who's the dragon type gym leader there. What type do you think he's going to have? Well, Archelon is seemingly to be his ace Pokemon. Archelon is steel and dragon type, but Archelon's signature move is an electric type move. Now, I will say Archelon is probably going to become an electric Terra because his signature move is electric type, which I think is really interesting considering it is steel and dragon type. So that's pretty funny. So he could be electric just because of that. I don't think it's going to be steel. I don't think it's going to be dragon personally. Now, dark is interesting because he does have a Mischief on his arm right there, and potentially could be a dark type trainer because of that. Maybe it'll be a Terra Dark, who knows, but I want to lean a little bit towards electric. I just get more of that vibe just because, you know, the signature move of Arceus is electric. How did they tie it all in together with this trainer? I just think it's going to be an electric. He also does say, and you can guess Lacey's type 2, it's not that easy. Now, we talked about Lacey's type before in the previous video. I'm going to say this. I think Lacey's type is probably going to be ground for her main type, or it's going to be fairy. Or it could be like a ground type that tears into a fairy type would be her ace, like with Extra Drill or Golurk as an example. Now, let's talk about all the Pokemon that are coming to the DLC. We talked about this before, but as a recap for a lot of people. So we know that Teal Mask is going to be getting 7 new Pokemon. We know Ogerpon is coming, and he's going to have 3 different mask forms. That's still 1 Pokemon, though. Pheasantipity, Munkidori, and Okidogi are the 3 legendary trio Pokemon. They may be getting special mask forms. We don't know for sure, but that would be pretty cool. I hope they do. Now, there's also Dipplin, which is confirmed. Poltergeist. Poltergeist's evolution, which I'm still suspecting we will be getting a Poltergeist evolution in the future. And then maybe a new form of the old Pokemon, which is the Blood Moon Pokemon. So when we're talking about Ursaluna maybe getting a new form, or any of those other Moon Pokemon, that's going to be that Pokemon. Now for Indigo Disc, Terrapagos is one and it has a Terra form. Raging Bolt, Iron Crown, Paradox Entei, Paradox Terrakion. Those 2 are all but confirmed at this point officially, just because they're going to complete the trio. The fact that they did Raging Bolt and Iron Crown means they have to complete the trio and do those. Then we're going to have Archelon, which is already confirmed. So the other one might be a Dipplin evolution to be the White Forest Pokemon from previous leaks. Do you think it's going to be a Dipplin evolution? That would be really cool. Or a different cross-gen evolution. And then there's one more Pokemon we just don't know about, but that might be the mythical Pokemon that we have not had for Generation 9 yet, and there's always at least 1 mythical Pokemon per generation. There is a nice visual here, just to move this over so you can see what we're looking at. So you can see we got the Dipplin, we got the Poltergeist and potential evolution, the special form Blood Moon Pokemon, then the legendary trio, Ogerpon and his 3 mask forms, whatever the mythical is going to be. Archelon here, the Dipplin final evolution, a Peach Pokemon, which I think actually relates, honestly, I think the Peach Pokemon is the mythical Pokemon here. And then we have the Paradox trios here, and then Terrapagos. So this is like a general idea of all the brand new Pokemon that we will be getting for this upcoming DLC 1 and 2. It's more than Sword and Shield's DLC for new Pokemon for sure, but I do wish it was more in general. Now, we also have another visual representation of these Pokemon here by Charlin, which I think some of these are pretty cool. I think this Paradox Entei looks cool with the Triceratops with the spikes, and then the Paradox Terrakion also looks pretty neat as well. Now, one last thing, we know that there is going to be a Peach Pokemon, which could be the mythical Pokemon, and once again, the previous artist I just showed off here made a rendition of the Peach, and it looks pretty sick, like a Ninja Peach. I don't know. We don't know anything about the typing, but I do think this will be this generation's mythical. It could be in the first DLC, maybe in the second DLC, or just an event after the DLCs in general. We just don't know at the moment. Well, guys, let me know in the comment section below which new Pokemon you're most excited about. And also, let me know in the comment section below what you think about the Moon Pokemon. What do you think is going to be coming from that? I'm very interested. It could be a new Ursaluna form or potentially another Pokemon getting an evolution. Well, guys, I'll catch you guys next time with more Pokemon content and other game in action. See you next time. Peace out and have a good one.